What's going on, everybody? Cameraman Craig back with another episode of Cameraman Exclusive. I'm joined today by my special guest, Lamara, hand of the Gxld natural skincare products. Mari, welcome to the show.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How's your new year been?
Busy. I feel like 2020 is the year of reckoning. That if you haven't been doing what you were supposed to, it's all gonna blow up.
Right. At this point, at this point, if you set a New Year's resolution, chances are you done failed it already.
Yeah, exactly.
So we starting this new year off with a new episode of Cameraman Exclusive. Mari is a entrepreneur with a skincare product, and we're gonna tap into that with Mari today. So Mari, I wanna first ask you, when did you start the Gxld natural product?
So it was 2018. Yes, 2018. I was always natural with my hair, and I love my natural hair, but my skincare was struggling as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like I was tired of spending money on products that weren't working out, and then it felt like all the products that I feel like probably will work were crazy expensive. Like, why would I spend $54 on a facial cleanser? No, I'm not doing that. So after doing a lot of research, I created my own skincare line, and from there it's been like, okay, I'm onto something. Like, I'm actually focused on skin care and skin health more so than just putting out a product for crazy expensive, and everything is natural ingredients. And yeah.
All right, so natural products. I know that in one of the descriptions on your website, I believe it says vegan products. Can you tell us about the natural part of your product and what's vegan about it? Because I've never heard vegan being affiliated with a skincare product.
So in the natural skincare industry, vegan is starting to really come about, meaning that there's no animal products, there's no animal treatment or animal cruelty to any of the ingredients or any processing of the product. So pretty much all of my products are plant derived and coming from the exact earth. So there's no animals. I don't test on animals, of course. Like, no.
That's actually kind of crazy. I've never even heard of products even being used from animals.
Well, it's like there's certain animal like stuff that you can use like for skin that is not necessarily terrible for your skin, and there's also like animal testing too, that a lot of beauty companies have been doing that for years, and it's been like something that you have this select group of people that are trying to stop, and I would like to be a part of that select group of people. I do not believe in animals being used for any type of beauty treatment. Like, that's gross.
That's crazy.
That's
to
weird.
me, that doesn't even sound like it's even good for your skin, but you said it's not bad.
I mean, it's because especially like in animal bones, like tiger bones, like it's actually like really good for you, like because of the protein and all of the vitamins that's in bones. So it's certain stuff like that, or like bone cartilage, like it's animal byproducts eventually, and it's very gross when you like really dig deeper into it. I haven't done full deep because I don't even want to get that image in my mind, but just hearing stuff is just like, I'd rather use stuff from a plant.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you on that one.
Or it's just chemicals, like, and it's just like silicone is a plastic, and it's like silicone is in hair conditioners, they're in moisturizer. That's why you think your skin is so shiny and your hair is so shiny. No, it's a plastic overlay.
Okay. All right, great. I didn't even put anything on my face today. I just washed it with some cream or like
a cream cleanser.
Yeah, I forget what the exact terminology that they use for it, but I just used that. I ain't put anything else on my face. I wanted to make sure my face wasn't looking as greasy and shiny. My face don't feel like it's pulling,
So now my question is, you don't moisturize, do you? You skip the moisturize stuff.
Today I did.
Oh, today you did.
Today I
okay.
skipped it. Usually every day of the week I'm moisturizing.
Okay. The reason why I'm asking is because your skin only produces as much oil as it needs.
Yeah.
So if you're depriving your skin of oils, which millennials, I actually made a post about this. Millennials are trying to make up for all of the skin stuff that we've been taught of, like stripping our skin of oils and just pretty much not skipping moisturizing. And it's like, no, your skin needs to be moisturized. Healthy skin is hydrated skin. So if your skin is dehydrated because you're not moisturizing it, guess what it's going to do? Produce more oil because it's thirsty. So you have to kind of replenish. When you wash your face, you have to replenish those oils, those natural oils back. Of course, if you have oily skin, you will want to do a non-oil based like moisturizer, probably more water based. But that plays a part.
Okay, yeah. See, I was taking in consideration that my skin is going to produce a little bit more oil than it should or what it needs. But that's part of the reason why I didn't actually put anything on. I'm like, all right, I don't want my face looking shiny. Then I know that's like, all right, throughout the day it's going to start to
produce more oil.
Yeah, and it's going to start to show out.
So I say do a water-based moisturizer because your skin is already moisturized, but it's not hydrated, which are two different things. Moisturized means a lack of oil. Hydrated means a lack of water. So you need to replenish that water because your skin already produced that oil. So you need to replenish that water back into your skin. Speaking of which,
I just need to go get a gallon of water
and drink that.
And just start drinking. Like,
that would help too.
Yeah, cause I need to get back into the gym today. I've been feeling a little weak. These hours are burning me out.
Okay, don't feel bad. It's cold outside. This winter, I'm over it. It's bad. So I don't feel bad. Like, I haven't worked out since June of last year. So.
It's been about the same for me, honestly. And part of my New Year's resolution
was to get back to the gym.
It was to get back in the gym. I'm not too far off.
I did yoga.
I'm a month late. I haven't even done yoga.
Well, I did stretching.
I don't do that. I might do a little bit of it while I'm at work, but
you gotta do something. Your body gotta move.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on my feet all day.
Yeah, it's hard. Cause it just be so, like you don't even want to go outside. Like just stay inside.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm working on a home gym right now, so I'm trying to make sure I got everything I need, so I don't have to actually go out, force myself. Like last night, it snowed, so I was expecting worse. They said it was supposed to be snowing until like midnight. I think it stopped at like 9.
Yeah, these last few snowstorms, I was expecting it to be way worse, but I'm happy that it wasn't.
Right. I think the worst part about last night was actually like the road. Well, not even the road, but the freeway.
Yeah, and it was just cold.
Yeah.
It was just cold. But in cold weather, you definitely have to moisturize even more because that cold weather is drying your skin out. So it's drying that oil out. So it's like come back and like almost like an extra barrier for your skin to protect your skin from that cold weather.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to take that into consideration because I don't really think about the weather really playing. I mean, during the summer I do because like, all right,
it's hot.
Yeah,
exactly.
So you sweat.
Exactly. And then, but when it's cold, it's the same thing. That cold weather is drying out your skin, and even Michigan and majority of the states in America have harsh waters. Harsh waters meaning the chemicals, the way how they clean our water, this, that, and the third. Which, of course, in Michigan, we already know the Flint water crisis. So who knows what might happen, as far as the whole state. It hasn't been brought up, but we have harsh waters. Those harsh waters, those chemicals that's in our waters are also drying out our skin, too. So it's like, you kind of gotta really, you gotta fight a little extra harder in the winter for your skin.
Okay. So now, with your products, are your products for both men and women, or?
Yes, definitely so. Of course, I have a lot more feminine scents, but as far as like my Cocoa Mint is definitely men and women can use it. I'm coming out with 2 new scents this season for spring and summer. I'm doing a eucalyptus scent, which is definitely more masculine than more feminine, and then I'm doing a lemon rose, which is going to be a seasonal scent, which is more citrusy, which some men like that citrus scent, especially in the morning. Some women like it. So it's like, why should skin health be only for women? Like, why shouldn't men take care of their skin too? Like, we got to get out of this stereotype that men shouldn't care for their skin too. Like, no, y'all gotta glow and shine too, right?
Yeah, I definitely try to make sure my skin look its best.
Exactly. So stop, like, do your face mask, do your exfoliating, do your moisturizing, because you're gonna look better and feel better. So yeah.
Yeah, I think the oil based moisturizer that I have, I believe that's a citrus scent.
But since it's oil based, that could be another reason why your skin feels like it's producing so much oil, because your skin throughout the day is going to produce oil regardless. But if you have that oil based cleanser, it's probably too much oil in your skin. It's just like oozing, like your pores are just oozing oil.
So you say
So do like a water base. Do water base because your skin doesn't.
Take note of that.
You're gonna write that down.
Yeah, so I'm gonna forget.
Yeah, anything that says oil free. Like recently, I just released my oil free line with my face products because even though I don't feel like my face products are really oily, I have to put in mind for those people that do have hyper oily skin that just their skin is just ooze oil, and it's like, okay, I have to make products for them. So I do have oil free face scrubs, face butters, and yeah, it's just literally butter and essential oil and aloe vera, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have any
face scrubs? Okay.
No, like the moisturizer that's water based.
I actually don't. That is actually sold out right now. I'm sorry, but I am more than happy to meet up with you and give you, because they come in this size. They're really small because you only need a little bit for your skin. Like your face is a very small area.
So
this, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the size that comes. It's a 4 ounce. But because you only need so much, you only like literally just do your pinky and then just moisturize it. That's all you need because it's so light, but it's so strong and powerful, that aloe vera butter.
Okay, and then that's another thing. I think I might actually be applying it kind of like the wrong way. I don't go crazy with it, but I definitely do use like my pinky or like my index finger. I take a little bit and then I might not actually like, put spots, but I take a little bit, rub it in, get a little bit more, and just do it like that. But I still might feel like it's
too much.
Yeah.
And it's like I actually have a post on my Instagram about, are you using the right amounts of your products? Are you using the right amounts of cleanser, the right amount of exfoliator, the right amount of toner, this, that, and the third? Because it's like a lot of people don't read the directions. Like I don't think we're a generation to read the directions on the bottles anymore. We just feel like we know what we're doing. But it's like on the directions, it will tell you take a dime size amount of this and only use it because you only need that much. And sometimes if we're using too much or using too little, we feel like our products aren't working. It's like it's not the products.
Yeah.
You're not doing what you're supposed to.
Yeah, definitely the brand that I use. When I go into the store and actually purchase some of the products, they actually tell me like, with some of these, they always use that, that reference, a little dime size, they either use the expression of using your pinky or like the size of like a Q-tip.
Yeah.
Like that's all you need. It's like, I don't feel like it's really doing enough. Is that really going? We trying to see results instantly.
Exactly.
So it's like if I need to double, I might just double up a little bit just to kind of
exactly, because we're in the generation of instant gratification, instant satisfaction, and it's like we have gotten so spoiled. But we have to understand that anything that's natural, anything that's healthy, anything that's good for you takes time. Generally, like, don't get me wrong, my products do work essentially fast. But at the same time, it does take 7 days because it's naturally healing the problem, the acne, or doing what it's supposed to. And then after that, it's going to start preventing it. So you have to give it time.
Okay. So what, 7 days?
Okay, when it comes to acne, because I do have this detox face bar soap, honestly, I did a 14-day challenge and I was blown away because not only was it killing the acne as far as like bringing it to a head, and I didn't pop it because I was trying, like, no, you don't pop your pimples, guys, don't do it, you get scars. So I was like just really surprised that not only was it clearing the acne, like killing it, but it was actually helping lighten the marks a little bit. So it's like in 7 to 14 days to bring it to a head, kill it, cease and desist it, and then start to actually lighten it and prevent it from happening again. Like, do you really think that that's a overnight process?
No.
It's not.
Now, one question I have for you, that I think a lot of people, especially me, want to know the answer to. Is there like one product specifically that's used for lightening dark spots? Because I feel like we all break out, but I feel like with my thing, I get a mark. I don't really pop pimples or anything, but I feel like for some reason,
if you have hyperpigmentation, like, it's completely normal.
Yeah, I feel like I get some type of breakout, and then it's like, all right, I put certain products on it to kind of treat it.
Yeah.
And then no matter how,
it either makes it worse or doesn't do enough.
Yes.
Yeah. So when it comes to light and dark marks, and when it comes to skin, it's hyperpigmentation 9 times out of 10, or it's just scarring. Chemicals can either go yay or nay depending on your skin, because it depends on how sensitive your skin is to those chemicals that they're using. So that's But when it comes to natural products like lavender is naturally at lighting dark marks. Aloe vera is naturally for soothing scars, for soothing cuts, burns, scarring, all of the above. So actually my aloe vera face butter, which is my moisturizer, does all of that. It moisturizes your skin, helps dark marks, helps acne, helps scars, and it's oil free, and it's moist, and it's non-oil free. And the non-oil free, which is oil based, has grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil actually has the components that actually kills that bacteria that creates acne. So it's like, yeah, that's a heavy hitter. And then it has tea tree oil in it, and tea tree oil is also antifungal, antibacterial, anti-infectant, which is usually what acne is caused from. Fungus, which is oils, dirt, debris, touching your skin, bacteria, this, that, and the third. So you have your tea tree oil that's killing all of the germs and stuff. You have your lavender that's helping your skin, produce new skin cells to lighten those dark marks. And then you have that aloe vera that's soothing, all of the above. Don't that's a heavy hitter.
That seemed like something that I really need in my
and it's oil free and not oil free. So
okay, yeah, we gotta hook up on that.
We gotta talk about that.
I gotta get together with that one. So how can you identify your skin type to be able to find the right product for your
So identifying your skin product is listening to your skin and not just assuming. So the best way is after you wake up in the morning, and what is your skin mostly like? Because usually when you sleep, your skin is doing what it needs to do, is restoring itself. So it's usually at its freshest state in the morning, especially if you wash your face the night before. It's at its natural state. In the morning, my skin is not oily, it's not dry, it's pretty much in between. So it's like I would say I have normal to combination skin, which means that my skin doesn't produce that much oil, but I don't have dry patches, but I do get dry around my nose and around my eyebrows, which is the T-zone. So it's combination skin. Oily skin is you wake up, you have oily skin. At the end of the day, because you cannot go throughout the day without oil, without feeling like you want to just wash your face. Dry skin, you have dry skin. You have dry patches, you have to use cocoa butter or shea butter. You have to use a thicker, richer moisturizer because your skin needs moisturized. So when it comes to the products, in my descriptions, I kind of already put that, but it depends on the thickness of butter. Like aloe vera butter is a very light butter, so it's good for oily skin. It's good for all skin types, but it's primarily good for oily skin because it's not thick. Cocoa butter is good for dry skin because it's thicker and it's richer. Shea butter is good for that normal to combination skin because it has that powerful moisturize without clogging your pores. And I also have mango butter, which is good for combination skin. That is, if you're more dry than oily, that mango butter is rich like cocoa butter, but not as thick as cocoa butter.
Okay, now cocoa butter is a thick product.
Mm-hmm.
Using that kind of helps clear up the skin, like they say.
Mm-hmm.
That's been around for years.
Yeah.
But does that not block?
So I kind of trick out my cocoa butter.
Like clog.
It can. So I trick out my cocoa butter, because it's honestly really hard to whip cocoa butter. And I made that mistake in the beginning of my business, was trying to whip cocoa butter, because after cocoa butter sits, it gets hard no matter what. No matter how many oils you put in it, it gets hard. So I actually mix my cocoa butter with shea butter to kind of lighten it up a little bit. So you still have that richness and that richness from the cocoa butter, but it's a lighter application. So it's not, but if you have dry skin, like eczema or psoriasis, stuff like that, you're not really, the last thing you're thinking about is clogging your pores. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You're thinking about, I have dry flakes, I need to soothe this, my skin is peeling, I need to soothe this. So that's why it's mostly good for people with dry skin.
Yeah, I don't think I have. I've been noticing a couple little dry spots here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I've been realizing that kind of here on my hand, but
yeah.
that could be for anything. I don't
yeah,
think
and truthfully, the skin on your face is completely different from the skin on your body.
Yeah, I've been noticing.
Yeah, like the soaps you use on your body, obviously you can't use them on your face, and the soaps that you use on your face, you obviously cannot use it on your body. So like the rest of my body is combination too, which is funny. But like I have dry patches on my body too, which is on my skin. I don't have that many. So on my skin, on my face, I don't have that many. So you have to really listen and be in tune and not do what you think is right, but do what is actually right. Listen to your skin. And if your skin is dry, you need moisture. If your skin is tight, you need hydration.
Okay, so how well do you know your skin?
I have been struggling with acne since I was 10 years old. So I know my skin pretty damn well for 13 years.
Okay. So what is your daily skincare routine?
So my daily skincare routine is I use my detox face bar soap every morning. I go in with a rose water as my toner to bring in the hydration, and then I go in with my aloe vera face butter to bring in the moisture, because I have combination skin. So it's like I want to make sure my skin is hydrated, and also because I don't drink enough water like I'm supposed to. So I have to make sure my skin is hydrated, and I need to make sure my skin is moisture, especially around my nose and my eyebrows, because I will get dry flakes.
Okay, do you use a mask at all?
So every Sunday I do my self-care routine, which I have, thankfully to my future husband, my fiance, he has got me a face steamer. Thank you. He has got me a face steamer. So every Sunday I do steam my face, and face steaming pretty much just helps loosen dirt and oil in your pores. So it helps for a deeper clean. And then I do use a face scrub, my tea tree lavender face scrub, like 2 or 3 times out the week. Pretty much just listening to my skin. If I feel like my skin is getting really dry around my nose, then it's like, okay, I need to exfoliate. So
okay. You said you steam your face?
Yes, I steam my face. It's a face steamer.
And then what was the you said you exfoliate?
Yes, I exfoliate, which is a face scrub.
Okay, and then you apply a mask, or that is a mask?
A face scrub, depending on your face exfoliator, you can use it as a mask. You can let it sit on your face. Because my face scrub does have oil in it, I do use it as a mask, but I do have like my own mask that I make at home. My favorite one to make is a honey and salt mask, which is, I use it primarily for acne, and yeah, that's it. I just use it for acne.
Okay.
Yep.
I have like a charcoal mask that I use.
Mm-hmm.
I try to use it at least twice a week. I haven't been using it recently because I've been so focused on like the actual scrub itself.
Yeah.
To like just try to,
Yeah, and face mask is good because just like your body needs to relax, your skin needs to relax, because your skin is doing a lot of work too that we might not notice. I mean, it's constantly moving. And charcoal is good for detoxifying all impurities. That's why our face bar soap is charcoal and aloe vera. So you have that detox and you have that soothingness too.
Okay, if I try to use, I usually try to make an even balance with my face mask and like the scrub that I have, because the scrub that I use to like really exfoliate has like rice seeds in it, so it gives that scrubbing
like
action.
More like an actual, it's more of it's a mechanical exfoliator, so it's like a more like physical scrub, like you can feel it.
Right.
So I would recommend doing the scrub first and then doing the mask.
I used to do that, but then I stopped. I don't know why I stopped. It might have been drying me out too much, or it might have been,
Because after the mask, were you using a moisturizer?
After the mask, no, I wasn't.
That's that.
At that time, I was just spending the money.
Especially with charcoal, because it is a detoxifying mask. It's not a hydrating mask.
Okay.
So what it's doing is what it's supposed to do is pulling out everything. It's pulling out your oils, your impurities, your toxins, this, that, and a third. So it's like if you're not moisturizing your skin is like literally screaming, like dying of thirst in a desert. Like, okay, what are you doing to me, Craig?
I know better now. Because before, I feel like I was just, purchasing the products, these expensive products. I'm gonna throw that in there. That
my problem with skincare.
I was just buying the products, thinking like, okay, I'm reading
hundreds of dollars.
I wouldn't say I wasn't even really wasting it. I mean, because I still have some of the product that was working, but I probably would have seen better results fast if I would have known the step by step. Like if I was to actually use that facial scrub, then a mask, easily a moisturizer, maybe even throw a toner in there. See, now I'm a little bit more conscious. So now I'll wash my face with whatever product, toner, then moisturize.
Yeah.
Before I was skipping at least like two.
Exactly.
Two steps.
And the thing about a toner is, of course, millennials, another millennial curse that we are trying to break. We think toners are supposed to be astringents, and it's like that's a form of a toner, but you also need a hydrating. There's a form of a hydrating toner. So if you have dry skin, an astringent toner, which is either like a salicylic acid toner, which is usually what it is, that is drying your skin out too much. So like I use a rose water toner for my skin, so it's hydrating my skin. So you need to know what toner works for you. So it's great to have a toner because it restores the pH balance in your skin, but if you're not using that toner the best way, then it can go left. Like for you, I recommend using an astringent toner or a water-based toner like rose water. But yeah,
water-based just seems like it's the way for me right now. That's what it seems like.
I do too.
I think that's the product you're trying to sell to me right now.
I think you need water-based products, even if it's not me. Like I think you just need to switch over and just make sure all your products say oil-free. Salicylic acid is great. I've used it, but it can like dry your skin out a little too much. So that's where I'm like I'm just leery of acids and chemicals. Yeah. But if you use it in the right moderation, like use it probably once a week. You know, let that be like a spot treatment. But don't like everywhere else.
Okay. And we're back with another episode of Cameraman Exclusive. My special guest, Lamara Hand, over here doing her own thing. A question I have for you that is very vital to a lot of us folks that are always on the go. I think you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
How much of what we eat becomes a problem for our skin?
So, the same way that you have food that is essential for bones, eyes, muscle development, you have food that is essential to skin because your skin needs certain vitamins to produce new skin. So stuff like vitamin C, stuff like vitamin D, stuff like vitamin A, those are things. And protein goes into skin making as well. When it comes to that stuff, that helps skin making, so that of course helps you make beautiful skin. Now, if you're eating a lot of sugar, your skin is not going to rejuvenate and it's not going to make new skin, so your skin starts to be lifeless, it starts to die off. Just like everything in our body, like cells, skin is cells, they have a lifespan. So they die, and if there's nothing to replenish, you get this dull, dry skin, and it's like so you have foods that are like, of course, leafy vegetables. Like these foods are stuff that we already know, like leafy vegetables, meat, no dairy products because dairy has hormones in it. Hormones, we already have hormones, so it's like you combating hormones and then you get acne. So no dairy at all. Like avoid cheese, avoid milk, and just drink a lot of water. Anything that clears your system out. If you're eating a lot of junk food, just drink water. Because if you're cleansing yourself out, it's like, it's not even touching. It's not even like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not even having a chance to really seep into your body and seep into your pores. So that's why I said earlier, like, I need to drink a lot more water. Like, my skin is popping, but I can just imagine if I put the work in and drunk that water.
Yeah, water is definitely first thing on my priority that I need to start doing is drinking more. But as far as like the fast food, I've gotten better. I haven't been so quick to just jump into somebody's drive-through just because I'm like, no, if that's the case, just either go home and make a meal somehow, or if you're gonna eat out, just try to eat the best thing possible.
Yeah, I'll say this: I eat a lot more restaurants than fast food, which truthfully is worse because you're spending more money than you would in fast food. So, but I still try to make a point and cook, and I try to make a point to make sure that there is at least one green vegetable or one vegetable, because vegetables are just essential to vitamins. Like they're just packed with so many vitamins. So whether it's your skin or just your overall health, they're good. So I try to make sure that there's at least one big strong vegetable in my diet: broccoli, green beans, corn, all of the above.
Okay, yeah. So like I mentioned, I'm as of now I'm going to the gym later on. We're gonna see if I'm gonna stick with it. After the gym, I plan on going to the grocery store. I'm gonna DM you and I'm gonna show you what the result was. My plan is to be gym, protein shake, go to the grocery store, find some meal, and do a meal prep. I'm off today, so I should be.
But be practical.
I'm trying to be, but I feel like I'm gonna make it happen.
You just worked a 5-day stretch.
My off day ain't usually an off day though.
Okay. So if you're already used to it, you might do it.
And then somebody already done said like they was trying to go to the gym today. I was like, all right, that's
all you need. You need an accountability partner.
Yeah.
That's what you need. You need
like
an accountability partner.
Yeah. So hopefully we can stick that through and I'll be in the gym at least by.
Hopefully they don't bail on you.
If they don't, then I got a gym right near my crib that I can catch before they close. If not, then I'm gonna have to go somewhere else to the 24-hour boy and get it in by myself. Usually I do like working out by myself, but I be trying to help somebody else get into that flow.
I like working out by myself, but if I have an accountability partner, meaning like we're working out by ourselves, but we're both going to the gym together, it's like, okay, I gotta get up and go, and actually work out, but we're not doing workouts together. Like we're not egging each other on. We're just making sure we show up.
Right. Cause sometimes for me that's a problem. Like with
it's just showing up.
Yeah.
It's not doing the work. It's just I gotta show up to do it. Like I don't have a problem with working out. I'm very active. I just gotta go there.
So I mean, sure. As long as somebody want to go with me, I'll drive.
Right.
Let's just both get in there. Let's
just go.
Okay. So I want to get deeper into like the Gxld natural brand itself, as far as the steps you took, to make it happen. So I wanted to know, did you face any challenges when starting your business? Were there any doubts? Did you have people that didn't believe in you, and how did you actually see it through?
So long story short is I had all of the above, and most of it wasn't necessarily from other people, it's necessarily from me, because I've had a business before and it failed. And mostly why it failed, not looking back on it, is that it was something I was passionate about. So of course, like, it was a fear in my head that this was going to fail as well. But it was more so like, no, this is something I'm really passionate about, so I just have to do it. At some point in time, you have to say, like, how dare, like, you have to almost like how dare you not use what God's given you? How dare you not shine to the best of your potential after God gave you all of this talent, all of this passion? So it was almost like, dang, I don't want to upset God. Like, he gave this to me. He gave this epiphany to me. Let me walk in his purpose. Let me just let him use me. So it was almost like I really took a step into my faith and took a step into finding myself. In the beginning, it was hard. It was like I didn't do enough research, but I went back and I did it, and I was like, you know what, I can still change. It's not too late to correct mistakes. Like, I've only been in business for a year, and if I want this company to last 50 to 100 to forever, let me make the mistakes now instead of 50 years from now. Especially when it comes to company longevity, you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna fail, but as long as you have to keep going. That's what makes a company go, is you gotta keep going. So of course, like, to be honest, like, it was mostly me, but it was even family members. Like my dad, he gave me like half the money for my LLC for me to get registered. Like, and he's the one that's been telling me school. But when he seen what I was doing, he was like, no, I'm about to push you. Do it.
That's real.
My mom, of course, mama's gonna always push you, but my mom has even said, like, you're my inspiration. Like you motivate me to get in there and do it. And it's like that's what motivates me, is to hear that I'm making them proud, but I'm making myself proud mostly. And as long as I'm walking in my purpose, there is nothing that no one can say. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Okay, my favorite verse. Well, it's my mom's favorite, but the verse that I've always heard growing up. Like, here you go. God will tell you what to do. The devil will question what you're doing. Know the difference. Okay. Know the difference. God will tell you to do it. God will say, what if? That the devil hits you with what if. The enemy hits you with what if. That's doubt. That's chaos. God will tell you, just do it. And you'll be like, but I'm scared. Because he'll tell you to do something that you're not used to doing. And that's how you know it's him. And that's that leap of faith you just got to take.
Okay.
That's deep. I know.
Testimony right there.
I know that's deep.
I like that. So what was your dream job growing up?
My dream job growing up was to be a fashion designer, which was still along the lines of owning my company. I knew from a young age that Lamara could not be told what to do. Lamara had to be a boss. Lamara had to work on her schedule, and that was it. And from the age of 8, like, my uncle gave me a birthday card, and it said, when you leave this earth, make sure you leave your mark. And from there, I was like, oh, he gets it. he knows like whatever I do, I have to leave a mark, and it has to be a positive one. So even growing up, it was like I never was practical about jobs. I was never like, yeah. I tried. Like in high school, like in high school we all go through this practicality. Like, okay, maybe I need to get a practical job. But even my practical job was a chef. Like, is that really that practical?
Right.
Exactly. So it was never a practical job. It was always, I have to be an entrepreneur. I have to be a business owner. I have to have a company. And that was it. I didn't know what company it was. I didn't know what it was supposed to be. I knew it was something with me being creative, but I didn't know what. So
yeah, I feel like we definitely are in that generation to where everybody just kind of want to get it their own. Everybody want to be able to have that freedom.
Yeah.
I feel like more so than just the money, the freedom to just be able to go and leave.
And you know what I think it is too, and I was just mentioning this earlier because I was on a conference call earlier, and I said what it is that it's especially for, it's our generation as a whole, but I think especially in the Black community, we're trying to break that generation mindset. Because if you think about slavery's only been out, and I'm not trying to go into the whole slavery thing, but slavery has been only out for like 150 years, if that. So if you think about it, and then some of the slaves stayed because they didn't have nowhere to go. So they were afraid to leap out on faith. Don't you think that mindset passes down, that we couldn't do certain things because we couldn't? That was it. And then it was like we finally got the opportunity to do it, and we were still held back. We were still discriminated against. So like we have a lot of our family members, like our older family members, and it's not their fault. They were raised like that to say, no, you need to be practical. You need to get a job, because it was never about stepping out on faith. It was about having structure and bringing that family, making sure that you guys were stable, making sure that you guys were never unsure of what was going to happen. Where now it's our generation, it's like, all right, now look, we didn't been stable for a minute, but we're still in the same position. We have not grown in the last 50, 60 years. Now it's time for a change. And our generation is the millennial generation Z as a whole. We're like, okay, we're about to turn this upside down, and we about to show you what we can do, because we've been held back so much and we've been scared. And now I think our generation is not scared anymore. We're not scared. Yeah. And it's scary that we're not scared. Yeah. It is, because we're doing dumb stuff, but at the same time, it's cool because we're changing the way. We're changing the way.
I feel like everything is a learning lesson. Like at this point, I'm not afraid to take a risk, and most of my wins, or a lot of the things I've been successful with, has come in a result of me losing once or twice.
Exactly.
Attempting, like this interview.
Exactly.
For instance.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not even gonna go on there. We're not gonna go there.
Yeah. So you definitely don't want to rush into things, but
and when you fail, it's a lesson.
Like
definitely. You can't look at the failure as, dang, I lost. You gotta be like, dang, I know what not to do next time. All right, let's go in the ring and do it again. Yeah,
make sure you have a step too, like a checklist.
Yeah, prepare. Okay,
being prepared.
I'm saying this for my fiance, because he has this thing where he believes that he should not plan, and it drives me bonkers. You have to plan, guys. Like, nothing successful did not have a plan. Like, there has fun times, great things do come spontaneous, but the overall, the bigger picture has to have a plan. Be spontaneous, be in the moment, but plan, research, and sit and think. Do not just go to it.
My high school gym coach, the head basketball coach, had this quote. I'm not gonna credit him for it, but he said it, so he probably could have got it from somewhere else. But I still kind of stand by that. Is if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Oh my God.
That's everything. Yeah. I still go by that.
And that's exactly me. Like, in the way how I plan is, I plan for it to work, I plan for it to not work, and I plan for everything that I did not expect to happen. Yeah. And as long as you plan for that, you're prepared to the T. So even if it does fail, you're like, all right, I was ready for this. Let's hit with plan B. Like, you have to have a plan. Like truthfully, like, if this doesn't work, guys, like if Go Natural doesn't work, trust and believe I have a plan. Actually, I'm working on plan B now. And that's the second company. Like, I'm not going to give up on my dream of being an entrepreneur. But if this doesn't work, I'm doing a plan. Now, am I going to do both together? Hell yeah, I am. But say one thing falls to the wayside, I have another plan. Like, don't ever get it twisted.
Okay.
Entrepreneurs have plans too, guys.
All right, so speaking on planning, what's your plans for Gxld Natural, or just for your whole brand in general? You know, your name, Gxld Natural. What is your plan for the next 5 to 10 years?
So the next 5 to 10 years, Gxld will be a household name. And I've, without elaborating more into deeper detail, which I have actually had the epiphany this last weekend, is when you think of Gxld, you think of worth, you think of value. And I think my household name, I just want to add value to people's lives. I want to bring out the beauty, the natural beauty in people's lives, whether it's with my beauty, whether it's with my beauty company, whether it's with their business. That's a little, hint for the next company to come, whether it's in their business or whether it's in their lifestyle. Another hint for the third company that's coming. Yet 2 companies is coming next. But yeah, like, I just want to add value to people's life, and I want to bring the fire that I see in people, because I know I have a natural talent for seeing things in people that they don't see, seeing that desire, that passion. And I feel like there's a way to bring out that beauty and show them their beauty to themselves. So in 5 to 10 years, I want to be a household name, bringing beauty and value and worth to people's lives.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah,
right.
Now I know that's deep, but it's 3 things people care about: how they look, how they make their money, and how they live. Is it really too much, or is it really a power move?
Hey, you calling.
Right.
Okay, so next what I want to do is play a little game. I'm going to ask you 5 questions.
Okay.
And these questions are based off of a brand company called Poddex. If y'all can see this.
Yeah, I think they can.
Poddex.
Yeah.
All right, Poddex is a tool for podcasters and content creators to have a more meaningful conversation and create better content. Whether you're doing an interview, podcast, Poddex is the way to go. Right now, I have the interview deck. The interview deck contains unique conversation starting questions that are non-industry specific. These questions can be used for, like I said, any platform really, podcast, YouTube, Facebook, IG Lives, etc. Use the VIP code Cameraman and get 10% off your next purchase, or your first purchase. Make sure you use that Cameraman Craig. But right now, we're about to put some of these questions to use for Miss Lamara Hand, and I'm gonna throw that in there one more time. Get your deck of Poddex cards. Use the code.
All right, all y'all talking about starting a podcast. There's a lot of y'all talking about starting a podcast. You see that trend? Like, a lot of people doing podcasts now. This is gonna help y'all starting out, because if y'all don't know what to say or ask questions,
you can easily use these as an icebreaker, a little question starting thing, or just for fun. So I'm mixing these up. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna be able to catch Miss Lamara over here slipping. Let's see if we can catch her.
He might.
So podcast.
I'm not quick.
So we asking 5 questions. Here we go. First question. Let's see where we going with this one. Okay.
I'm scared.
What happened on your worst date?
On my worst date? He was just too much. Like, just too pushy. Like, he just thought, like, he was like, yeah, when I walk into places, like, people notice me, this, that, and the third. And I'm a Leo, he's a Leo. So it's like, it's a power trip, obviously. But it's like, yeah, when I walk into places, people notice me, this, that, and the third. And I'm just looking like, I don't care. And like, what? Like, he just was walking in with just so much arrogance and cockiness. And I'm just like, I'm going to have to teach you a lesson. And I'm going to have to humble you. Yeah. That was a mental test. So I humbled him. Not unfortunately, it was fun. But I humbled him.
Where was that first date at?
It was actually, we went out to eat. It was like a dinner date.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a lot of conversation. So it was worse. It was like, I wish that we went to the movies first and then like something else, but it was just a dinner date. And after that, it was just like, all right, bye.
Okay. All right. Question number 2. Serious question. Okay. Do you count your steps?
No, I don't. I know people that do. I'm active, but I don't care. I don't care about my steps. I just don't care. I don't think I would ever be one of those people that be like, oh, I took 10,000 steps today. I don't think I would ever care.
No, I had a Fitbit. Watch the Fitbit to do it for me. but I don't necessarily like
do it for like even if I had like an Apple Watch or a Fitbit that did it for me, yeah. But as far as like people that actually have apps or that actually like track it, I don't think I would ever care enough to do it. And that sounds bad, but I don't care. That sounds
kind of mad OCD. I don't think it's ever that.
I'm too OCD about everything else to be OCD about that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so question number 3. What's something I would never guess about you?
I'm mean.
You're mean.
I am super mean. So I'm nice, but I have to get the vibe of people first. I have to watch how you walk, like watch how you move around the room. I have to hear you, like how you speak and how you carry yourself. And from there, that's when I feel like I can open myself up to you. Like I read energies very well, and if I already know that our energies are not gonna align, I don't even waste my time. That's why I probably don't have a lot of beef with people, or I've never been in confrontation in my life, because of the fact that I read people very well, and it's just like no. So people say I'm mean. Some people say I'm very nice. It just depends on who you asking.
Right. I don't consider myself to be a mean person, but sometimes I can kind of come off as being mean or arrogant in a way. It's just like
standoffish.
Like that's not. I'm a Virgo, so I'm
and my
very.
rising is in Virgo.
So I'm.
Yeah, I get it.
So I'm very like.
I gotta watch you.
Yeah.
Like, you might not be worth my time, and I don't even want to waste my time. Time is very valuable, so I'm not even gonna waste my time talking to you. And that sounds mean, but it's just like, if you're talking oranges and I'm talking apples, we really don't have nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
You gotta teach me something, and if you're not doing that,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Virgo. Well, I think for all Virgos, but for me specifically, I'm very like, I gotta analyze everything.
Yeah.
Like,
and I'm a Leo.
Like when you make the plan, you plan on what you don't expect to happen, failing. And
exactly. You're a perfectionist.
Yeah.
And see, as a Leo, we watch our prey. So we're like lions, they watch their prey. I'm watching you. I gotta, like, before I attack the situation, before I do anything, I gotta analyze it. So it's like, I might come off standoffish. I'm right here, I'm probably goofy, but that's because I've known Craig since I was like 19, 20. So it's like, we have that. But like, probably our first encounter, I probably was like, hi.
Maybe I can't. I mean, if you was, I was.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think we both were. We're just like, okay, we're gonna shoot here, we're gonna shoot there. I don't think it was that much conversation, but over time, it's like, okay,
all right,
like we're cool now.
Okay, that's crazy that you said that about the lion. Cause maybe a couple of days ago, I had just seen a video of a female lion just sitting there looking at the water buffaloes, I think it was, just running. Mm-hmm. And it was crazy because people was like, it was like some type of safari, people in the trucks just watching, and the female lion is just sitting there just watching all of them go by. And then later you see the lion, the just king of the jungle, just come up just like 3 seconds and then just went and attacked. It's like, all right, she's sitting here picking, but obviously he been scoping out for a distance, or he was just greedy, like, I'm just ready to eat.
And that's what it is, because the lioness actually do the hunting. The lions don't do the hunting. So he was probably like, you know what, she's taking her time, let me just do it. Which Leos are impatient, lions are impatient too. So, but lioness usually do the hunting, but he probably was just like, you know what, I know she's scoping, but you know what, I'm gonna just do it.
Yeah. Well, maybe he just seen it instantly. Just
right. When lion, Leo, when they see an opportunity, they just take it.
Okay.
So he seen an opportunity, he took it. That
makes sense. That says a lot.
Yeah.
All right. So we going on to question 4. What is your most unusual talent? He's pretty good.
My most unusual talent. I am an actual very spiritual, influential speaker. Like, I think when I speak, I
got a little clues about that today. You done said that. You done dropped a couple of dimes on it.
And it's a very unconscious thing. Like, I don't plan it. I don't think before I say it. It just unconsciously come out. I've been told, like, when you speak, people listen. And when you speak, you saying stuff that are mind blown. And it's like, it's weird. Like, it's very weird, because after I say, I'm like, damn, that sounds good. But I have a not a gift of God, but I like to speak. I like to be a speaker. So
so that sounds like
this is for yeah. There we go. We're on the same wavelength.
Okay. So question number 5. What's the most awkward thing that happens to you on a regular basis?
The most awkward thing? Okay, so my fiance is very social. He's just a social person, which is the yang to my yin because I'm not. And he gets a lot of people asking to hang with us, not because of him, but because of me. They think that I'm a cool person. They see me on social media. They're like, oh, she's so cool. Like, they want to get to know me and be my friend. And I'm just like, I don't know these people. Like, that is so awkward to me. And that's probably like me being standoffish and mean, but it's just like, how can you just judge somebody from social media and just be like, oh yeah, I want to be their friend? Like, it's like, okay.
Some people might actually.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's awkward for me because I'm awkward and I'm standoffish. So it's just like, I don't even follow these people. So this, like, they're really just like, I don't, like, these are random people, guys. Like, I've never seen these people ever.
For me, that just sounds like a conversation piece and
Yeah,
a future customer.
And see, that's exactly what my fiance says. Like, he says the exact same thing, and I'm like, yeah.
That sounds like money in my pocket, like
I
right now.
know, and maybe that's me being very. I'm actually very conservative, and I'm very reserved. So it's like, okay, yeah, we can be friends. Who are you?
Just follow me on Instagram.
Right. Here you go. Let me analyze you and let me figure out if you're worth me actually like being friends, which is something I have to change as a business owner. You have to be able to engage with everybody. Mm-hmm. So that is something I am working on. But when it comes to like personal and business is very separate for me. Like, I don't mix the two. So it's like, if we're gonna be personal, we're gonna be personal. If we're gonna do business, we're gonna do business. But it's rare that I have a business friend. Like, right. You, I consider a business friend, like a colleague. Like, we work together because we have a rapport with each other. We have years. But it's like, if you just coming out the gate, either you business or you personal, you gotta pick one. Right. So if you telling me you want to be my friend, I'm thinking personal. I'm not thinking business.
Okay.
So
makes sense.
Yeah.
Gotta keep the two separate.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna end that conversation on this note, and hopefully this can help somebody else in the future who might just need, some type of guidance, advice. But what piece of advice could you give to somebody who might actually want to be an entrepreneur? They might not necessarily have the plan or really thought about it too much, or they do have everything mapped out, but they just don't know the direction to take. What advice can you give to somebody looking to start their own business, brand?
Do a lot of research. Really think. Look at your competition. If you know if you have an idea of what industry or what market you want to go to, look at your competition. Like, and it's not, don't even look at it as competition, but look at what they're doing. Learn that. Like, you have to learn and you have to research, and you have to also understand that entrepreneurship is not it's not a microwave dream, meaning that you don't push a button and a few minutes later, a few days later, a success. You have your meal. This is like literally something that you have to put work and time in. Like, a lot of entrepreneurs, like, they don't make money in the first 5 years, and that's something that you have to be okay with. If you're going in this thinking that you're gonna just blow up and make money, you're not gonna make anything, because every money that you get with your business, you're putting back into it. So overall, it's like, you have to research, you have to be willing to learn, and you have to have patience, because baby, patience was not a virtue of mine, but I've learned it. And the more patient I am, the more success I'm getting. So patience, research, patience. So patience twice.
That business number 4 coming for sure. Yeah. I can feel that one. Yeah, but I definitely agree with everything you're saying. This definitely wasn't something that I just jumped into.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah, kind of did a little bit, but it was still things where I had to bring out my journal, write a couple notes,
exactly,
watch other people that interview other people and see how they do it. And
you had trial and errors, and that's the thing. Like, you can have a soft launch before you do a big launch. You can do a soft launch as a test run. Like, I did free samples for my business before I actually decided on which products I was going to sell, because I was getting that feedback. And then once I did my hard launch, it was like, okay, these are my lineup. This is what I'm going to do. Have I taken products out and not necessarily products, but taken scents out and added new ones? Heck yeah. If I know a scent is not selling, it hasn't sold since I put it up, I'm not selling that scent anymore. That's it. You're dead. You're done. So also, with being an entrepreneur, you have to adapt. You have to learn how to just listen, research, patience. Those are your top 3. Listen, research, patience. If you can do all 3, you're going to have a successful business.
Man, you making me want to just go ahead and just start, prepping for my other business that I don't even know of right now. I got other things in the works,
when
but I got.
When you think of the overhaul big brand, you'll be surprised what businesses fall in line. Because that's when I started thinking of the big brand, the outcome that I wanted, and then it was like, oh, I can do that. I can do that. Dang.
Yeah.
Like that's an entrepreneur. Like a business owner is one thing. An entrepreneur has they create. That's all they do. They just create businesses and just create flows of income. So.
Yeah, I think we all want to kind of tap into everything, but we got to start off with one thing at a time.
Right. Longevity.
And perfect it. Or
exactly.
at least try to.
Here you go. A jack of all trades is a master of none. Think of that.
Definitely.
Just because you can do it all, are you a master of that? Nope.
I don't think so. And that's one thing I try to prevent from being a jack of all trades. I got many talents, but until I can master one thing.
Exactly.
It's just a hobby, if that.
Exactly. It's okay to have, just because it's a hobby doesn't mean you have to make it lucrative. Like a hobby of mine is dance. I can dance my ass off. I've been dancing my whole life before I could walk. But you probably would have not known that. Like, I'm a dancer. But do I make money off of it? Could I? Yes. Would I? No. Because I know if I start to make money off of it, I would hate it. And I want to keep that as my hobby and keep that as my outlet. This, I love it enough to make money off of it because I know no matter what, I won't end up hating it. But dance, if I make money off of it, I'm gonna end up hating it. I know I am. That's what happened with fashion. Like I love fashion, and then when I started to make a business out of it, I ended up hating it. And I was like, okay, this is a hobby. This isn't a business. So you got to know the difference.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
I hope y'all got enough of Lamara because we definitely done
drop
touched
some
it.
gems, okay?
Make sure y'all follow her on the Instagram and all her social platforms. Where can they follow you
at Mari.Gxld with a X, and all of my platforms are all listed in my bio, so you can just have a follow frenzy after that.
Okay, make sure you follow me on Instagram at official Cameraman Craig. Make sure you visit my website, CameramanCraig.com, Facebook and Twitter, Cameraman Craig.
Everything is Cameraman Craig.
Yeah, but besides the Instagram got the official in front of it, but everything else is because it's only one.
It's only one official.
It's only one. Everything else is just Cameraman Craig, but we got the merch and everything coming next. So it was supposed to be out already, but you know.
Hey, go babes, because I just started my brand ambassador program, so they are going to get merch coming soon because I just emailed those contracts out. I'm still getting them back.
Okay.
So it's like big things is coming for Go Natural this summer. We about to turn up.
Hey, make sure you support her.
Yes.
Make sure let's get this black business.
We got to keep that money circulating back in our community, guys. Definitely.
I need this. I'm pretty sure y'all do too. Dry skin out here in the winter.
And in Michigan
skin in the summer.
You gotta get all of that. You can glow without being greasy.
What's the website?
www.gonatural.com, and remember, gold is with a X, not a O. We're not doing that O around here. Only X's.
All right. The link for her bio is going to be in the. I just said that all backwards. The link to her website
is going to be in my bio.
Description, whatever. Follow her. Follow me.
It's been a long day, guys.
Long week, long day.
Right.
But yeah, make sure y'all follow us and support. Thank you to Black Agenda Media for putting this all together. Make sure you follow Black Agenda Media on Instagram as well. That's Black BLAC Agenda Media on Instagram. Black is for becoming leaders that advance the culture.
Ooh. Yes, gotta love it.
Become leaders that advance the culture.
Because we gotta replace the leaders that's leaving out. So it's like you gotta step up.
Yeah, I'm trying to show real things. I ain't trying to show off no role model. I'm trying to promote real models.
Exactly. Thank you. Exactly.
So with that being said, that wraps up another interview on a Cameraman exclusive. I'd like to thank my guest Lamara Hand.
Thank you, Miss
and
Smith.
Go Natural. Congrats, Miss Smith.
Thank you.
We just gonna say it now. Congrats, Miss Smith.
Yes.
Until next time. Peace, love, and happiness. Share the love with everybody.
Please. People need love, guys.
Hey, and start them New Year's resolution again, because I know you're already failing.
You know what? Just get a new resolution. Just try it. Just start all over.
2020, start that business too.